Or hello people and welcome to today's video. We're going to discuss a topic that I think needs to be addressed and needs to be talked about, because I feel like a lot of you guys ask this question a lot on whether or not it's worth purchasing old Call of Duty games here in 2023. And I'm going to answer that for you guys today in today's video. We're going to start off with, of course, actually looking at the prices of old Call of Duty games through the Xbox store. Of course, I am not on PlayStation, so I can't talk about, whether it's worth it for PlayStation or not. The reality is, if you're a PlayStation player, I personally wouldn't, because of course they do not have, if you are on PlayStation, you do not have reverse compatibility. So we are just going to be talking about it from an Xbox standpoint slash PC, because again, we've reiterated it a few times in previous videos about the Xbox Game Pass. And that's what I'm going to talk about mainly is, should you buy these games if you're really, really desperate to play these games, as well as, the condition of these games now, because it's been about a month and a half since the server fix, and it's been here or there, and I'll discuss that in today's video. While, of course, playing a game, which will happen today. We will play some Modern Warfare 2 for you guys. But we're here in the Xbox store. Of course, these games are not on Game Pass, but I think you could already tell these games are probably going to come to Game Pass if you guys have seen, the rumors and stuff like that. And right now, the sale is over. So there was a sale at some point. That's why I actually bought Modern Warfare 2, because previously I never owned it. It cost me, I think, £12 at the time. But right now, it will set you back, for starters, for Call of Duty World at War, which I have no idea how playable this is or what condition this game is in, because I do not own it, is £20. That's a lot of money for an old Call of Duty game, to be fair. Now, I will also talk about things like here in the UK, and, it'll be the same in America, etc. You have your own game stores. So I believe it's GameStop in America, but here in the UK, we have Game, and we have CEX, and you might have some other, random, game companies, stores near you that might sell old Call of Duty games. They might be worth it, because to be fair, the previous day I went into a CEX and found Black Ops 2 at £5. I don't know if they're going to increase their prices, though, because CEX do that when they know that, games are coming reverse compatible or playable, etc. They raise the price of the game. Now, this was about 3 weeks ago that I seen this. So Black Ops 2 was £5 in a CEX near me. So it's worth having a shot. If you guys really, really want to play a game like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, MW2, MW3 here in 2023, and can't wait for, for them to come to Game Pass, then check out your local CEX or Game, and you might find them cheap. But it's very unlikely, okay? Again, I did find Black Ops 2 at £5, so that's what I'm saying on that. But a lot of these games are expensive. For instance, we're not even just talking about the 360 games, okay? Which I am talking mainly about, because obviously a lot of people mainly want to play Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, MW2, MW3, because they're the best games, right? They are the best games in the series, the ones that absolutely everybody adores. And out of those four, at least one of them is probably your top Call of Duty of all time. But even if you wanted to go back and play, say, Black Ops 4, it's £60. That's not worth it. And I could imagine it's probably £25 to £30 in a CEX store, etc. So, personally, looking at this and what I'm seeing right now, I would not pay this money for these games, okay? I feel like it's more worth it to wait for Game Pass than it is to play these games. Or, well, buy these games, sorry, not to play these games, but to buy these games. I mean, £15 for Call of Duty 2. I can't imagine a lot of people are paying Call of Duty 2, especially, and Call of Duty 3. And again, COD 4, £20 for the original COD 4. That's a lot of money. But anyway, we're going to get into it today. I'm going to play some Modern Warfare 2 and kind of discuss as well, is it worth it from the standpoint of how playable these games are? Because at the moment, it's been a bit iffy. It was really, really good when it happened. So initially, these games were launched. Well, not launched. Obviously, they launched years ago. But these games were fixed. They did something to the servers and it changed it for the better. Since then, it's been a bit iffy. And we're going to see today, because I haven't played Modern Warfare 2 at all recently. So we're going to find out here whether or not this is playable. And we'll kind of discuss that. So right now we're searching for games, which is a great start. And well, this is a lot better than last time already. Whether or not this is hacked or not is another thing, but this is a lot better already. So we're already in a game. So that's fantastic. So I'm also showing you guys, of course, the quality of these games. Again, it has changed since the previous videos I've made, unfortunately. It did go through a massive downturn and was just, well, they were just completely unplayable. Now, it looks back to normal again. But that's also the problem, which is, I don't know, is this guy... No, he's up there, okay. I literally didn't see him. Oh, great. We'll, of course, play for another lobby. But, Yeah, so the problem is with these old games at the moment, and the other problem we have is like Activision slash, Microsoft aren't making it clear what's going on with these games. We don't know whether they're coming to Game Pass or not. We expect it, okay, with them fixing the servers at some point, and again, it looks like fixing the servers. It to me seems like it's leading to these games coming to Game Pass, which will make it so much more infinitely better value than paying for those games. As you guys saw, the cheapest game you could buy was not even the best ones. Call of Duty 2 and Call of Duty 3 for £15. The Game Pass for 1 month, you get 1 month, I believe, for £15. That's Ultimate as well. That includes your gold and everything. I'm pretty sure that's the price of it. It's around that. It's around £15 or something for Ultimate. And if you guys don't know the trick, you can actually load up 3 years worth of Xbox Live. And if you're lucky enough, you should have a deal for like £1 that allows you to get 3 years worth of Game Pass, or I believe 2 actually. I believe they changed the way that works now. I'm pretty sure they changed the way that works, but I used to be able to do it. I'll still do it. Basically, I load up Xbox, cards onto my Xbox for, the yearly subscription, and then take the £1 deal, and it gives me, at the time, it gave me 3 years worth of Ultimate on top of my normal Xbox Live subscription. But I believe now it's just 2. So if you have 3 years worth of Xbox Live, you get 2 years worth of Game Pass, which is still amazing value for £1. So if you don't know that trick, fun tips and tricks there. Which if you search for on YouTube, you'll be able to find out how to do that. But yeah, the quality of these games, you're just not sure what you're getting at the moment. When they fixed them initially, I was very hyped up because it seemed like this was it. Like, we're going to get the old games that we wanted. However, the problem we have now is 1 minute they'll be fixed, the next minute you're just not sure. You're really not sure what state the game is going to be in day to day. 1 minute you might be waiting for a fix, the next minute the game might be working fine, you'll be having no problems at all. It's one of those, you just don't know what you're getting. So I don't think these games are worth straight up buying on their own here in 2023. They're fun though, and they are absolutely playable when they are, the servers are working how they're intended to work. And again, the other thing that hasn't been addressed is like hackers and that. Of course, we're not seeing a hacker right now. And with good matchmaking, that normally stops us from running into hackers, etc. But again, there's no guarantee with the hacker situation that it's not like Microsoft and Activision have turned around and said that they're going to stop the hackers. They haven't turned around and said that they've not even said anything about them actively fixing this. We just found out by randomly playing ourselves that these games were fixed and playable. And again, it seems to be the same thing, that the servers took a turn for the worst, looked like we weren't going to be able to play these again, and then all of a sudden we're back on here and we're playing like no problem at all. Now, it would help if I did a lot better actually. That would definitely help. So I'm gonna put in some tryhard boots here. That guy hit the little panic melee, of course. But yeah, these games are really good and fun when you can get into a game, and when the servers want to work for you. And it's just such a day-to-day thing at the moment, which sucks the most. You don't know what you're getting, so how do you know it's worth it to buy these games? Again, I could show you a video right now of me getting on here and playing no problem at all, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. This has been fine, but last week this was not fine. This was basically unplayable. So yeah, I'd say for you guys, for anyone who has the question of whether or not they should be buying Black Ops, any of these old Call of Duty games here in 2023, I'd save your money. Wait for the Game Pass. No matter how much you want to play these games, you should wait until these games come to Game Pass. That way, at that time as well, I feel like if these came to Game Pass, they'd have to 100% be fixed. Like, there wouldn't be as many issues, I don't think, because they'd have to make sure these games are playable. Otherwise, these games come to Game Pass and that, and everyone playing them, and, possibly getting their accounts hacked and stuff, and playing against hackers and stuff. It's not a good look, is it, for the Game Pass? So, subbing's... They've got to have a good showcase, haven't they, for the Game Pass? So, we'll see what Microsoft and Activision and all that do. We'll see how this all works out. But if you guys are looking at buying these games in 2023, save your money, wait for the Game Pass. Again, PlayStation players, I can't answer for you. Of course, you have to buy straight up the version of the game that you want. And even then, you know, you're going back and playing on a PS3. I don't know how playable your games are. And from what I've heard, it's not very good. And I've heard the player bases just aren't there. If you're on Xbox, of course, you know, wait for these games to come to Game Pass. Play them through reverse compatibility. But right now, if you do own a copy of these games, I would like to say that these games are fixed again for the second time. Which is good, it's absolutely fantastic, but again, I don't like the whole day-to-day of not knowing whether or not I can come on here and play the game I want to play. You know, this is just MW2 as well. We don't know about Black Ops 1. We don't know. That was a crazy kill, that was, to be fair. You just don't know what you're getting from day to day. So hopefully, eventually, I'm sure Microsoft and Activision will put something out. I'm sure. They can't just, like, leave everything unanswered. We are just... there's a lot of guesswork. And I feel like a lot of us who are doing these videos and that are the people, you know, giving you guys the information that you need in order to, you know, work out whether you want to buy these games or not, or whether or not you can even come on here and play these games. If not, it's kind of a, again, like what I'm doing. It's a trial and error sort of thing. You come on, you hop on the game, and you just don't know what you're getting. And like I said, I wanted to play this game and level up quite a lot. As you can see, I've only got to level 14. Because by the time I went to hop on back on here and, you know, start leveling up and experiencing original Modern Warfare 2, the game was hacked, the servers weren't working, you know, it was unplayable. It was completely unplayable. Like, exactly how it was years ago. But anyway, there we go. 14 and 9. Modern Warfare 2 working. No hackers here at the moment. I don't know if that's because, you know, it's kind of died off again and people thought the servers were not working and stuff. Because again, we did a showcase like last week or so. The games weren't working that well, okay? The servers were a bit iffy. You were getting Xbox Live errors and that. Safe to say that is not happening right now, which is great to, you know, see in that. So if you guys do own these games, hop back on. They're working fine. Again, I'm not really saying that Black Ops 2 and that should be are definitely working. However, Modern Warfare 2 was one of the games that was following, you know, having this issue of Xbox Live disconnects, etc. Working fine for me. I haven't been kicked, haven't been disconnected. And if you guys are looking at buying these games in 2023, save your money. Wait for Game Pass. Trust me, it'll be worth it in the long run. I imagine these games will be a lot more polished, like not actual gameplay-wise, etc. I mean more, you know, fixed, as in the servers will be more stable, they'll be more reliable, you won't have to come on and hope and pray that the game's working. When these games come to Game Pass, I imagine Microsoft and Activision will 100% make sure these games are playable in 2023. So yeah, save your money, get the Game Pass. If you guys already have these games, they're working, it seems fine to me. Can't speak for Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, MW3, etc. But again, MW2 had the issue and seems to be working fine for me. You know, no hackers. Doesn't mean there is none either. There is probably still some in 2023. It's just how it is. But with better matchmaking, of course, you will avoid hackers more likely than you will actually run into them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope I answered your question about whether or not you should buy these games in 2023. If not, feel free to leave in the comments down below. You know, I will happily answer them for you. Again, I'm available pretty much all the time. And if not, I've got other people, you know, there are people in this community who will answer the question for you about whether or not you should buy these games or any sort of thing that you want to talk about in the comments section. Let me know down below and I'll happily answer it as best as I can. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe notifications on, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.